Ryan Anderson here, the driver of Son of a Digger. You're watching Rod Rod's Championship League.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the LCQ here in the Showdown Champions League World Finals 1. The time has come. We've crowned our Tour Blue champion in Steel Titan and the Black Pearl, and we crowned our Tour Violet champion in Matt Johnson and Max D. But now it's time to crown an LCQ winner. And the truck that's going to earn that 14th and final spot in the main field of trucks for World Finals 1. Let's go ahead and take a look at the LCQ field of trucks. Monster Mutt, Son of a Digger, El Toro Loco, Velociraptor, Crush Station, and Pirate's Curse all battling for that 14th and final spot. We're going to have qualifying, then we're going to have racing. These are the rules for qualifying. Every driver gets 2 chances to get a qualifying pass. There will be no turbo used at any given time. Both tires need to be within these smoke gates and or ramps. If any of the tires go over the smoke gate or outside of the smoke gate or over the ramp or outside of the ramp, there will be a 3-second penalty for each offense. A new rule, different from the regular season. So let's go ahead and get started with our first driver from Jacksonville, Florida. Worst COD player in Son of a Digger. Lined up and ready to go, rocking a new paint scheme for World Finals. A beautiful white paint scheme. I believe that's the Gears and Galaxy paint scheme, if I'm not mistaken, but a beautiful one to see here. And this is going to be a tricky track right here. First turnaround, chicane, whatever you want to call it. And this is the tricky part right here, especially if you want to avoid penalties. That's going to be tough. Those concrete crush cars really screw you up. Not to mention, you have to stay within those smoke gates. You can't even drive over it without getting a penalty. And right there, looks like a close call. Nothing is being said yet. Here we go. First time on the board, 26,998. So, no penalty was given. He's ready for his second attempt now. Again, the track, it's a tricky one, mostly because of that smoke gate rule. If that was not implemented, I'm sure it would be a different story, but we had to make things more challenging here in the World Finals because it is the World Finals. It's the best of the best, testing them to the absolute limits. And here we go. Looks like he's fine there, but right there may have been a little wide. Of course, we'll wait for the final call and replay. Getting to the finish. Second time should be on the board, but we're going to take a look at this really quick. As you can see here, looks like he went a little wide and definitely went over that smoke gate. And right there, the first penalty of this competition, 29,818 for worst COD player in Son of a Digger. Here comes our next competitor from Calgary, Canada, Ant 99 in Velociraptor. Rocking that beautiful blue paint scheme here. We're going to see quite a few different colors here in World Finals. It's exciting to see this one. Everyone likes to strut their stuff. We've seen quite a few in the regular season, but of course, everybody tends to save those special ones for World Finals. Losing some time there, of course. You want to avoid penalties. Looks like he had a close call in that area right there with the crush cars. Coming to the finish, and the first time is in the books now. Let's see what it's going to be. And a 26,311, so a new leader on the board here in the Last Chance Qualifier. He's going to get ready for the second attempt now. This is where Son of a Digger got his penalty, so let's see if Ant 99 here can avoid that altogether and get a faster time. Again, really the benefit here is the top 2 qualifiers are right there going a bit too wide. The top 2 qualifiers for today in this competition will get a bye right into the second round, and there's only 3 rounds. Round 1, the semifinals, and the championship round. So, getting that bye run into round 2 is going to be a huge benefit for those 2 drivers that get it. Here we go, finishing the second one, and doesn't seem like there's going to be any penalties here. 26,662, so we're going to go with his first time. From Los Angeles, California, Flames plays in Pirate's Curse, the next truck up here in the LCQ, rocking still that flame body. Seeing what he can do here. Didn't have the best of luck in the regular season in terms of racing and qualifying. If you saw on his driver card, he did unfortunately have an 0-5 racing record this season. So hoping to turn things around here in the LCQ when it matters the most. And at the end of the day, get that invitation into World Finals. That's what everyone here is fighting for. And I'm sure Flames Blaze would like to redeem himself here and get that spot. Waiting for the time here, 26-194. So we have a new leader on the board. And that's Flames Blaze and Pirates Curse. So far so good. Every driver getting that much more faster than the last. But there's 3 more to go after Flames Blaze. So we'll see if he's able to hang on to this lead or if someone else is going to take it from him. But again, at the end of the day, either the fastest or second fastest is where you want to be. You get that bye run into the semifinal round, which gets you that much closer to the final round and that much closer to that 14th and final spot in the main field of trucks for World Finals. Finishing the second attempt now. Let's see what it's going to be. It looks like there is a penalty in question here. Right there, he was over on top of that smoke gate. So a 29.060. So it would have been a faster time. Would have been a 26.060. But it is what it is. From Georgia, it's your boy, Driftboy 912 in El Toro Loco. Again, another truck here. Rocking that beautiful black paint scheme here. Livery, whatever you want to call it. But another person here that unfortunately did not have the best season. But again, looking to redeem himself here in the LCQ. This is when it matters the most. This is when you need to perform at your absolute best. He was unable to make the main field of trucks, but he can definitely come back and go to World Finals, come out with a championship. That's really the end goal here, is come out with a World Finals championship. That's honestly one of the biggest trophies that matter, aside from the Tour Championships. Right here going a little too wobbly and possibly a penalty. Looking back, yes, 31.679 for El Toro Loco, so a penalty for his first run, but getting ready for attempt number 2 here. So here we go. This is why we have 2. Not only does it serve as a tiebreaker, as we saw in Stop 5 of Toro Violet, it also gives drivers a second attempt to make any adjustments needed to get a faster time on the board. Those crush cars getting in the way again, but seems to be a lot smoother in this second go-around. Coming to the final turn. Let's see if he can avoid any penalties. So far, so good. Some trouble here, though, and that's going to cost him. That is going to cost him some time and another penalty. 31.129 for El Toro Loco. Again, another one from Georgia, sister to Driftboy 912. It's Little Drift 912 in Monster Mud. And she had quite a season, unfortunately. Didn't get that final spot, but she was fighting with April Summers and Monster Mud Dalmatian to get that final spot, unfortunately. At least unfortunately to her, to Little Drift. Monster Mud Dalmatian came out on top just barely and taking that final spot in Tour Blue for World Finals. So, Little Drift 912 has what it takes. She had a great season. It's just, a little overshadowed at times, but she's definitely a big competitor in this. And she would love to make it into the main field of trucks. Let's see what the first time is going to be for Monster Mutt. 28.679. So unfortunately has quite a bit of time that she needs to shave off in order to get that lead, or at least that second place spot. So she's off now, seeing if this one's going to be the one or if she's going to end up in round 1. Hopefully not, but you never know what happens here. So far, so good. Again, slowing down right there. We're going to see a lot of slowdowns there. You hit those concrete crush cars, and they're going to send you flying a bit. And right there, some trouble. That'll definitely be a penalty, because not only is the smoke gate rule in effect, but also being outside of the ramp, and that's what happened there. 30.812 for Monster Mutt. Our last competitor for qualifying here from Daytona Beach, Florida. It's Nova Strider in Crush Station. And right now, as of now, she was one of the favorites to win this competition overall. A poll was taken amongst drivers and fans alike, and she was one of the ones who seemed to have a lead early on in the poll. So let's see if she has what it takes here to be the fastest qualifier, if not the second fastest. And right there, a close call on one of those smoke gates, but I haven't heard anything yet on whether or not it will be a penalty. So waiting for wait and see what her first time is going to be. And we are looking at a 27.294, so not enough to take the lead. She needs to shave at least a little over a second off of that if she wants to take the lead or get second place. But she's off for her second one now. A bit wide on the turn, but it's fine. There's plenty of time to make up, but this is going to be the area that can trip her up. And no, handled it perfectly. So this final turn, she's just going to have to throttle it out as soon as she finishes right here to see if she can get a faster time coming to the finish now. As we wait to see what the time is going to be at a 26.860, so faster but not fast enough, meaning Pirate's Curse and Flames Blaze is your fastest qualifier, and 899 and Velociraptor is your second fastest, meaning they will get the bye run into round 2. Let's go ahead and take a look at that racing bracket right here. We're going to start off with Monster Jam against Son of a Digger, then Crustacean against El Toro Loco. So let's go ahead and get started with racing here in the Last Chance Qualifier to see who's going to take that 14th and final spot in the World Finals main lineup. Let's go ahead and get started for round 1. From Georgia, it's Little Drift 912 and Monster Mutt. And her competitor from Jacksonville, Florida, worst COD player and Son of a Digger. Ready on the line and waiting for green. Who is going to advance to the next round to race Pirate's Curse and Flames Blaze? Here we go. Both drivers very capable, but Little Drift already a mistake. Early on, she was outside of the first smoke gate of the track. So if Son of a Digger can remain clean, he can definitely take this win. But I want to say early on in that ramp before the crush cars, he may have been outside and maybe getting a penalty, but we're going to wait for the final call as Son of a Digger and worst call player made it to the finish first. So regardless, he should take the win. We're right here, Monster Mutt. Right there, right off the bat, going a bit too wide. Got a little too excited. And right here, Son of a Digger getting a penalty, but it doesn't matter. He got to the finish first. So he will be moving on to round 2 from Daytona Beach, Florida. It's Nova Strider and Crustacean. And her competitor from Georgia, El Toro Loco and Drift Boy 912. Let's see if Drift Boy 912 has better luck than his sister and see if he can stay alive in this competition. Nova Strider, though, is a tough competitor. Both from opposite tours and both giving everything they have right here. So far, so good. Nova slowing down a bit. That could hurt her. Coming down to the turn here, it's going to be Nova getting the turn better. El Toro Loco being a bit too wide. And a photo finish here in round 1 of the LCQ, but El Toro Loco did go a bit too wide. He was outside of the ramp, so he will get a penalty. And Nova Strider will get the win overall here in round 1. So the bracket is set for the semifinal round. It's going to be Pirate's Curse against Son of a Digger and Crustacean against Velociraptor. It's going to be a good one. Let's see who's going to make it to the final round first here in the semifinal. From Los Angeles, California, it's Flames Blaze in Pirate's Curse. His competitor from Jacksonville, Florida, worst COD player and Son of a Digger. Both rocking some amazing liveries here in World Finals and both wanting that final spot. Opposite tours meeting each other for the first time here in the LCQ. Flames Blaze from Tour Violet and Son of a Digger from Tour Blue. So far, Pirate's Curse has a pretty good lead. A close call right there. Pretty close to the smoke gate, but nothing's been called yet. Coming to the final turn. Son of a Digger going a bit too wide, and that's definitely going to cost him. Flames Blaze hanging on and going to take it all the way to the finish. So a win for Flames Blaze in Pirate's Curse. From Calgary, Canada, it's 899 in Velociraptor. And his competitor from Daytona Beach, Florida, Nova Strider in Crustacean. Who is going to take that final spot in the final round to face Pirate's Curse and Flames Blaze? This is a pivotal moment in the competition. Velociraptor with the early turn, but Crustacean handling it just fine on her own. Both coming to that awkward turn there by the crush car. So far, so good for both competitors. It's going to come down to this final turn. Who's going to take the win? Velociraptor going a bit too wide, and that's going to kill some of his time. Nova Strider making it to the finish line first. We're going to see her in the championship round against Flames Blaze in Pirates Curse. Here we go. It's come down to this, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. Who is going to be your LCQ winner? Is it going to be Pirates Curse or Crush Station? We're going to find out now in the championship round. From Los Angeles, California, Flames plays in Pirates Curse. His competitor from Daytona Beach, Florida, Nova Strider and Crush Station. Your typical Pirate and Sea Monster lineup here. If you want to even call the Monster Lobster Sea Monster, this is what we've been waiting for. Both Tour Violet competitors going head to head here in the final round. This is when it matters the most. And Pirates Curse, a penalty. Pirates Curse getting a penalty right there in the area with the Crush cars. This is going to cost them big time. Nova Strider needs to stay clean in this race. Flames plays, making it to the finish first, but Crush Station doing what she needed to do. Right here, look at the replay, right over that smoke gate. So Nova Strider and Crush Station is your LCQ winner. A tough battle between these amazing competitors, but Nova Strider from Daytona Beach, Florida is on top at the end of the day as your World Finals 1 Last Chance Qualifier. We will be seeing her in the main field lineup. So the lineup is set. All 14 trucks are chosen. And it is time to crown some World Finals champions. Qualifying is going to be the first competition, which is going to be coming up next for World Finals 1. So be sure to check it out. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to hit that like button. And we'll see you in qualifying.